How to Unstuck in Life, the Psycho-Spiritual Wellness.
Friends, are you feeling stuck, lonely, unmotivated, and unfulfilled in life? Do you feel that everything is rigid, dull, there's so much chaos, you don't feel like praying, everything is boring and a ritual with no feelings? Then you might be suffering from spiritual mediocrity. So, friends, what exactly is this spiritual mediocrity? Spiritual mediocrity can be characterized as a feeling of stuckness because we accept everything as it is. We accept people as they are. We do not want to see any change. We run after name, fame, titles, social media, technological advancements, and other such things. Today's society, there is decadence in values. People are apathetic. They just want to be as they are because they see their defects as something that makes them unique, adding to the uniqueness of their personality. They do not want to learn from their defects. Rather, they prefer remaining stuck in their situation. So, we are tempted because we feel an ease to comfort, trying to be in the soft cotton candy kind of a life. We do not aim for holiness. We have no purpose, no fulfillment in life. And we think that we can not live a challenging life. We can go on because everything is fine. I do not need to change. I do not want to be more Christ-like. I am okay as I am. My conscience does not prick me, and I am only tempted to live a very easy life. Sometimes mediocrity can also come because I keep doing the normal things of daily life, like going for mass, doing acts of charity. I do not want to grow deeper. Maybe God wants me to grow deeper, but I do not want to go deeper in life. So I do not want to share in the divine life of God because mediocrity is immobility in life. We end up only with worldly pleasures, trying to satisfy ourselves. Actually, our problems are not our biggest issue. The biggest issue is the timid mediocrity spirit. Actually, the definition of a Christian is combativeness to move on in life. And the definition of a pagan is non-competitiveness. Are we going to get to heaven by living a mediocre life, cautious and safe? Then we will miss a better self-image and a better self-realization, and also we will miss saving souls. So we can call it the revenge of the mediocre against the grandeur. Actually, mediocrity is opposed to the virtue of grandeur, magnanimity, which we are called to follow in life. There is another aspect when we see from the biblical perspective. When we look at mediocrity from the biblical perspective, we see the episode of Jesus after his temptation when he returns to his village of Nazareth. And there you find the people are not ready to accept him because they are stuck in their mediocrity. They only want to look at everything from the human perspective. They even look at Joseph as an ordinary man. They don't see his virtues, his justice, his chastity. They only see the human form of Jesus and Joseph. They cannot go beyond. So much so their mediocrity even forces them to be apathetic towards Jesus and even take his life by throwing him off a cliff. Actually, mediocrity is narrow-mindedness, where we do not want to come out of our cage of earthly expectations. We cannot become like Elizabeth, who believed even though she did not see. We cannot be like the demons who even proclaimed that Jesus was the anointed one of God. Even though so many proofs were given to the people, they were stuck. They could not accept Jesus' authority, his divine power, and they were filled with hostility towards him. The cold and the hot can be having a good perspective in life, but the mediocre or the lukewarm are incredulous. They are like the chickens whose eyes are on the petty things of this world, on the trifles, and they are always searching for food from the ground. So therefore, mediocrity moves us from acedia to hatred of God. Actually, we cannot think about supernatural things. We have become irrational, annoyance fills us, and we are closed up to the life of grace. We are mentioned in the Bible that if a just man is rebuked, he will thank you for it. But if a unjust man is rebuked, then he will hate you for it. So therefore, when Jesus comes to us, he wants to save us and help us come out of our defects and whatever hinders us. But suppose we do not want to accept Jesus, he becomes a stumbling block for us. And then we can even become rebellious and become enemies of God and his cross. But the truth will always triumph no matter what. Now, the very fact that we are learning to come out of our stuckness by using a spiritual and a psychological perspective. We will look from the psychological perspective now. Actually, the human brain has two functions. One is to think and the other is to keep the person safe. Now, suppose you are wanting to change in life, but the brain will think that that is not safe. So it will avoid any form of change. It will let you be in that same situation because it is comfortable, it feels safe. Because of the fallen state of a human being, there's constant war between the left brain and the right brain. The left brain is the thinking part of the brain, whereas the right brain is the emotional part of the brain. And they are never in sync. We may want one thing in the conscious brain, but the subconscious may have many reasons why we are not capable of it. Actually, we need to be aware of these things. And we need to look at how to come out of these different aspects of life. Actually, because our flesh is made of the dust, it will pull us down always because it is averse to the things of the spirit. It likes to be stuck. So therefore, it is so very difficult to overcome that first resistance in life. So what are some of the steps we can take to get back on track, to feel unstuck in life and to live a more purposeful life? Actually, the first thing is find a motivation, a purpose in life. Find your way in life and have a healthy restlessness, an adventure for life, to live a more happy life with a positive mindset. Accept your limitations and use them to mature in life. Be more Christ-like and imitate his values. Get rid of all practices which tell you to go below a particular standard. Always have magnanimity, grandeur, heroism, vigilance, and fortitude and love of God. Keenly recognize the movements of grace in your life. Rebuke the evil one even though you may have to struggle and face white martyrdom. Accept the invitation of Jesus, be part of his army, and you will move with certainty. As we know, we are waiting for the reign of Mary. And then Mary will overcome all the forces of darkness and she will establish the perfect order in hierarchy and sacred life. So then, when the reign of Mary comes, everything will be alright. Till then, we need to focus and work. Firstly, in the initial stages of prayer, we need to work with our emotions. As soon as we get into prayer life, first thing that blocks us is our own emotions and our past baggage. So how do we come out of this, my friends? How do we overcome our past baggage? Actually, the first thing is we need to understand that this baggage of ours is related to emotions. So we need to release emotion. There are plenty of videos on YouTube, especially on psychology and how to release emotions. You can be doing meditations, breath work, visualizations. You can talk to a counselor and somehow firstly deal with your past. Bring it in the presence of the Lord. Work during the initial stages of prayer till you reach a threshold where the enemy or the flesh cannot disturb you any further. To work till you reach that threshold in prayer. Because there are stages of prayer. Initial stage is hard work. We have to water the plants in the garden. Only then the rain of grace will fall into our lives. So work towards it, especially your emotional life. Learn to switch between the left and the right brain. That can be done by every time you're triggered. You need to be aware of what is happening to you. Recognize your triggers, reframe your story, and then give yourself positive affirmations and do little breath work and release those emotions and get back into the presence of the Lord. Prayer life is a beautiful life. Devotion life is the essence of any person on the earth. If you really want to experience prayer life, you want to first know what is your purpose with respect to God. We were made to know God, love God, serve him and be happy with him. If you find that purpose in life, you will surely be free. You will really have the deeper meaning of life. And if you work with your emotions and the psychological aspect, then the spiritual aspect, the aspect of God pouring in your love into your soul will be fulfilled. You will experience wellness. I would like to end here, my friends. Hope you enjoyed watching my video. Do support my channel and my work, and if you like the video, do give a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. So that's all for today.
So friends, I'm Maria Lewis and I'm the founder of the channel Into Intercession with Mary. I'm on a mission to help thousands of Catholics achieve wholeness using the psycho-spiritual wellness approach. Thank you.